Well, first of all, welcome to our booth where we present a new CCS 100 machine, including a vacuum chamber. Just 2 years ago, we presented the CCS machine without a vacuum chamber, and this is basically the first time we show it to the outside world that we have now implemented a vacuum chamber in the machine. The machine itself is capable of soldering very large boards in the size of 1000 millimeter times 500 millimeter. That's the working area, and it consists of several zones. The loading area, the transport of the workpiece carrier into the process chamber. Then we have the vacuum chamber, the cooling chamber, unloading, and then finally the workpiece carrier returns back to the beginning of the machine for loading purposes, where again the complete cycle takes place. The big advantage of such vapor phase machines is that we can very homogeneously heat up the complete assembly. In other words, the machine is pretty long. It is our longest machine, 8 meters long, but it's still shorter compared to a convection oven with a multiple amount of zones. Inside of the process chamber, we can drive the complete tank to 150 different positions. So we are capable of actually profiling very complex boards, heavy boards, very voluminous ones with different kind of components, large ones, small ones. And the result coming out of the machine, including the vacuum chamber itself, which can go down to 5 millibar altogether, bring excellent results in end effect. The machines are mainly used for very difficult applications where a convection oven is not capable of solving it anymore. The cycle time of this machine is 160, for a board of the size 160 times 100 millimeter, just 14 seconds per board. So we can cope with the very high speed of the pick and place machines with this kind of solution. Since the machine is an inline machine, it obviously must communicate with other members in an inline. So we have a communication through SMEMA. We also have Hermes protocol, and the machine also works with IPC-CFX. We are using Siemens controller, so also what is visible on the display are the single segments or zones within the complete machine. So we have the loading zone, the buffer coming in front before the loading, then we've got the process chamber, then the vacuum chamber, cooling chamber, and also the unloading area. Everything can be controlled and set up on this monitor. It is also possible to see all the positions of the lanes within the machine, and of course the machine works completely automatically upon entering the size of the assemblies. The lanes on the workpiece carrier are automatically adjusted. It's also visible what kind of temperatures are existing within the machine, also what kind of pressure we are reaching in the vacuum chamber. Also for maintenance purposes, of course, everything is visible and can be controlled and steered on the HMI software itself. We can also have live visualization of the profile. This is an example of a profile which is coming from a solder star profiler, because the heat and the humidity which exists in the vapor chamber is not so easy to solve with any kind of profiler, and solder star has given us a solution since many years, and it works perfectly. Another fantastic novelty that we are showing this time at Produktronika is the so-called automatic gradient control. Thanks to a lot of input from our customers who still had some problems on setting up of the profiles, although it is pretty easy, but knowledge is necessary to know how to set it up correctly. We now have the automatic gradient control, which is an additional software. This is the normal screenshot of how to set up the profile using profilers or thermocouples. Once you click on this automatic gradient control, it's enough if you just enter how many gradients per second the increase of temperature should take place, and the machine does it all automatically. So the only thing which is necessary is just to read the specification of the solder paste, enter the data and let it go. This really simplifies the complete procedure of setting up of the process. The automatic gradient control is just like a closed loop. You set the temperature, the machine measures the temperature and makes the correction. So it moves automatically within the vapor blanket to the corresponding height to level the correct temperature. In addition to this, we've got advanced process monitoring, which gives a complete traceability information for further purposes in order to have all the information which can be collected within from out of the machine, including the various limits of minimum and maximum temperatures that should be reached within a specific period of time. Of course, this runs also automatically for inline machines where data is collected, where you need full traceability, including reading the barcodes for single PCBs, and that information is passed through, can then be entered into an MES system and processed for traceability purposes. These are the fantastic news that we are presenting here at IBL, and we know from the feedback over the last few days that it comes very positively, and the customers really appreciate that we have now this kind of possibility to make it simple for the customers. I would also like to invite you to visit our website, which has been completely redesigned. This website is extremely informative about the Vapour Phase technology. You can find all information about our products. You can download data, technical specifications, but also we want to keep this website completely live. So we have a special section within the website, which is called Not Just Hot Air. In there you will find very interesting various documentation, information, which will continuously be updated. We want to keep you informed what we are, what we do. We have just set up also a completely new facility in Forchheim, so we are expanding, growing, and I really invite you to have a closer look at what IBL is about and what Vapour Phase does.